Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Wildcats, keep standing because we have our motto. So the Washington Wildcats motto is to show really outstanding acts of respect. We respect ourselves, others, and the environment.
Buenos dias, Wildcats. Today, hoy es el martes de uno de febrero. It's the first day of February. Woo-hoo! And that means it's a good month. We have so many things that we're celebrating this month. And I want to start it off, though, by something we always do is a joke. So, Wildcats, what instrument do dogs play? The trombone. That's a silly one today. That's good. That's good. We also want to celebrate some amazing birthdays. So happy birthday to Zayden Mormon, Diana Bonilla, and Noah Juarez. And happy half birthdays to Thomas Vanderhoof, Theo Vaughn, and Jesus Garcia Marino, and Dylan Garcia Serrano. Happy birthday and half birthday to all of you guys. So like I said, February has a lot to celebrate, especially the biggest Taco Tuesday ever on 2/22/22. But we'll get to that later. What we want to start off with is, because we know you guys are going to be celebrating so many things, and you're going to be looking up stuff to celebrate it. We want to remind you that when you're using our Chromebooks here at school and at home, that it's school property, and that we expect you to make good choices with what you're searching up, because Mr. Woloka, Ms. Hornbeck, and myself get notifications when you're looking up bad things, and we don't want you guys to do that. So if we call you down, that's because we noticed that you've had been searching up some bad things, and we just want to make sure that you don't do that. So remember, next time you think it's funny to search something up, we'll probably pull you down because we're starting to get notifications for that. So on to our celebrations of February. So today starts our Heart Healthy Month. Nice. Get ready for heart healthy activities in PE and heart healthy songs in music. Woo. We also have a new behavior goal. We're going to shoot for 10 or less behavior referrals, and we're going to have a prize spirit day to end it off at the end of the month. So just work on getting less referrals for disrespect. How can I avoid getting a referral for disrespect? Well, that's another thing we're starting today. So I hope you're keeping track with all this stuff. Today starts our bucket filling. So that's how you can prevent being disrespectful, because bucket filling means that you're being respectful. So you can focus on three things. You can be a bucket filler, so being kind to others. Fill their bucket with good feelings. Do your best not to dip, so that means when you're mean, you could accidentally tip someone's bucket and they'll lose some of that good feeling. And also using your lid. You want to protect your bucket. You don't want others to make you lose some of your bucket full. So each week, to celebrate the amazing you that are filling buckets, we will recognize some of you on these announcements. So you'll hear your names because you filled a bucket. And to know if you filled a bucket, you will be getting one of these. You get to have your name on it, and it's going to be displayed and going to be just amazing. So be respectful. And Mrs. Medeiros has a song that we'll have at the end of the announcements to let you sing it. Also, there's more. So Mr. Woloka tomorrow for World Read Aloud Day is going to read a bucket filler book. Moving to World Read Aloud Day. I hope you guys are still with me. There's a lot of announcements. I know I'm already going far in. So come dressed as your favorite book character and be ready to hear some great stories read aloud by your awesome teachers and other staff members. Also, everyone in grades kindergarten through 5th get a free book to celebrate World Read Aloud Day. That's amazing! Woohoo! I love reading, and I get to read to some classes tomorrow too, so I'm excited about that. All right, it's the start of the Lunar New Year. That's exciting, and it's also the start of Black History Month. This is an exciting month that we are recognizing because February is recognized as Black History Month. Black History Month was created to focus attention on the contributions of African Americans to the United States. It honors all Black people from all periods of U.S. history, from the enslaved people first brought over from Africa in the early 17th century to African Americans living in the United States today. Each school day, we will recognize an African American and his or her accomplishments. So, like at the end of these announcements, Mrs. Reed is going to introduce to us and explain to us a little bit about George Washington Carver. So, super excited. I hope you guys enjoy that. And I hope you guys are starting to fill buckets by making the right choice to be kind to yourself and to others. So, have a great day, Wildcats. Adios.
Good morning, Washington Wildcats. This is Miss Reed. Today I want to share with you guys a little bit about a man named George Washington Carver, and he's the first person that we'll look at as we are celebrating Black History Month. So, George Washington Carver was actually born a slave in the year 1864, and that was in the state of Missouri. There he was kind of weak and a little sickly, and so his owners decided to put him to work in the house and working with cooking and taking care of the house, and he did a lot of gardening. And it was because of the gardening and his interest in plants that he was nicknamed the plant doctor, which kind of stuck with him. And that's one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about George Washington Carver, is because of all he has done with plants, specifically in the field of agriculture. But with the intelligence that he showed, the people that owned him decided that they really wanted him to go to school. And so at age 12, they sent him to school. He was able to go to school and graduate. And then he decided, you know what? I want to try to go to college. I want to continue my education. And so um, he went to school in the state of Missouri, which you can see right here. And then he applied to a college and he didn't get in because of his skin color, because during that time period, there was a lot of segregation. So somebody in Iowa, right above Missouri, decided or said to him, you know, I think you would get into Iowa State University. And so he applied to Iowa State University, and he was the first African American student to attend Iowa State University. There, he went on to earn his Bachelor of Science degree. And so in 1894, he graduated, and he was the first African American to graduate and earn that degree. And then after graduation, he was hired by Tuskegee Institute in Alabama, which is a state over here. And there he did a lot of work with plants and research. And it was because of the work he did at Tuskegee that we can thank him for the following things. The first one is crop rotation. And this is really important to everything that you guys eat today. Um, George Washington Carver came up with the idea that by growing the same crop in the same soil year after year, we were harming the soil. And he said we need to rotate. The different crops will put different things back into the soil and make it nutritious and rich. And if we do that, then our crops will grow better. And you know what? It worked. And so all the farmers today, including my dad, use that crop rotation system that George Washington Carver came up with. And so not only does it provide healthy food for us, but it also keeps our soil and our earth healthy. And so that is thanks to George Washington Carver. He also gave us 300 uses for peanuts and 100 uses for sweet potatoes. So there's a lot of neat things that we can thank George Washington Carver for. And so that's a little look at the first person for Black History Month, George Washington Carver. I hope you learned a little bit.